It's happened, everybody. Spirit Airlines files Chapter 11 bankruptcy on November 18th, 2024. In today's video, I'm going to give you all the implications, information, and what this means for Spirit Airlines as we round out 2024 and move into 2025, as the ULCC has been struggling over the last several years, and today it definitely becomes even tougher as they file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy amid rising financial pressures. I hope all of you are having a fantastic day today. As you know, typically I don't make a video this early in the day, but this is very important information for ULCCs in the United States and just the whole aviation landscape in general. So today we're going to talk about it. We have an awesome article here from avigeekery.com, which looks like a pretty cool website. So credit to Dave Hartland and everybody else that contributed to this commercial news here as Spirit Airlines files for bankruptcy amid rising financial pressures. Let's just go ahead and get into all the information, everybody. Spirit Airlines, the Florida-based ultra-low-cost carrier, has officially filed for bankruptcy protection as it battles to restructure its finances. Once celebrated for pioneering low fares with numerous add-on fees, the airline has struggled to keep up with its industry challenges and mounting debt obligations. Breaking point: debt, rising costs, and a merger that never materialized. All right, can I go on to the second page from here? I guess I have to. Let's see how I can do this here. Let's see. Apologies, everybody. I haven't done it in preview before, so let's see how I can fix this here. Okay, full screen, and let's see. All right, here we go. We can just do it like this. So let's just go ahead and do it this way. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. It kind of glitched out on me there. I didn't know what it was getting to, but here's the information. Okay, here we go. This is page number 4. Let's get to page number 2. Here we go. All right, there's a nice picture of 320neo, and here is the information. Spirit's bankruptcy follows unsuccessful attempts to secure a merger with Frontier Airlines, which could have provided much-needed financial support. The two budget carriers initially announced plans to merge in 2022, but Spirit shareholders ultimately opted for a competing offer from JetBlue Airways. However, a federal judge blocked the JetBlue deal earlier this year due to antitrust concerns, leaving Spirit with a strategic partner. A renewed attempt at merging with Frontier fell through in recent months, forcing Spirit to seek other means of financial survival. Facing a $1.1 billion bond maturity deadline and a higher than anticipating cost, Spirit turned to bankruptcy as a path forward. The airline has been working closely with most of its bondholders to devise a restructuring plan that would allow it to continue operations. This plan, known as a pre-arranged Chapter 11, would eliminate current shareholders' equity in the airline. According to Spirit's statement, the restructuring should not impact the unsecured creditors, employees, or vendors, meaning customers with tickets and travel credits would not be affected. Spirit Airlines put the following statement following its bankruptcy declaration. Spirit has entered an agreement with our bondholders that is expected to reduce our total debt, provide increased financial flexibility, position Spirit for long-term success, and accelerate investments, providing guests with enhanced travel experiences and greater value. Part of this financial restructuring includes filing a pre-arranged Chapter 11. The financial pressures and operating losses. And there's a picture of a tail. Spirit's latest financial disclosures, submitted alongside the bankruptcy filing, paint a picture of the airline facing intense economic pressure. Higher operating costs, diminished profit margin, engine woes, and revenue losses were all cited as contributing factors. Spirit reported that third quarter revenue was $61 million lower than expected, partly due to the airline's recent decision to eliminate fees for changes and cancellations. This shift, added at enhanced customer satisfaction, ended up limiting revenue streams that Spirit has historically relied on. Let's also note that this was, additional pressure from Frontier since they did the same. So that was kind of the reason for that. Spirit's unique business model, which relies on ultra-low base fares with extra fees for everything besides a basic seat, has been its defining characteristic and a significant revenue driver. However, as economic challenges rise and competitors adapt to similar pricing strategies, Spirit's fee-driven model has become more challenging to sustain. Excuse me. Efforts to stabilize finances, reduce growth, and asset sales. To stabilize its finances before filing for bankruptcy, Spirit implemented several cost-cutting measures, including scaling back growth plans, furloughing pilots, and the sale of some aircraft. Just recently, Spirit finalized a $519 million sale of 23 planes to GA Texas, providing short-term financial relief. However, these steps proved insufficient to address the looming debt deadlines, including the requirement to refinance bonds by a late December deadline with its credit card processing partner. These measures underscore Spirit's difficult position. While Spirit was once the darling of budget-conscious travelers, offering low fares with plenty of add-on options, the airline industry's current financial climate has made it increasingly challenging for ultra-low-cost carriers to remain profitable. Spirit's growth potential has been limited by high operating costs and increased competition from larger airlines that have adopted similar pricing models, making Spirit's market advantage less distinctive. What Spirit's bankruptcy means for low-cost airline market. With Spirit now in bankruptcy, the impact on the U.S. low-cost airline market could be substantial. Spirit has stated its intent to continue operating flights throughout the restructuring process, and its agreement aims to protect existing ticket holders and employees. As Spirit works through its restructuring, it may ultimately emerge as a leaner company with revised financial structure, potentially allowing it to compete more effectively in the long term. For competitors like Frontier, Spirit's bankruptcy presents an opportunity to strengthen its own position in the budget travel market without the potential challenge of a merged Spirit Frontier entity. Meanwhile, other major U.S. airlines, such as Southwest and American Airlines, may benefit from less competitive pricing pressure from Spirit as it focuses on rebuilding. The broader impact on customers, however, remains to be seen. While Spirit's bankruptcy is not expected to impact flights, customers may find fewer ultra-low-cost options in the near term as Spirit reconsiders its pricing model and competitive approach. Depending on how Spirit emerges from restructuring, travelers could see changes in the range and availability of Spirit's budget-friendly fare options. According to Spirit, customers can use tickets, credits, and loyalty points as usual. In addition, the free Spirit loyalty program, Saver $sign Club Perks, and its credit card terms will all remain intact during bankruptcy, positioning itself for long-term success. Spirit's fate is a byproduct of the challenges associated with ultra-low-cost air travel. While its model has proved immense value for budget-minded travelers, it leaves airlines particularly vulnerable to cost fluctuations and competition from both budget and legacy carriers. If Spirit successfully completes its restructuring, it could demonstrate a path forward for other low-cost airlines facing similar financial challenges. However, if Spirit struggles to adapt, it may signal for a need for a revised approach to the ultra-low-cost air travel in the United States. As Spirit moves forward, its restructuring will likely involve some tough decisions, not only from the financial fronts, but also the overall business strategy. Spirit can recalibrate and establish a more resilient foundation by re-examining its approach to low-cost travel. In the meantime, its bankruptcy filing signals as an uncertain period for Spirit Airlines that will redefine its role budget airline market. Spirit expects to complete the bankruptcy process by the first quarter of 2025. So that's the current write-up there regarding Spirit Airlines and what's going forward. So getting into a little bit of detail here on it, we knew that, it wasn't looking good for quite some time. And yeah, I really think that the end of that article really, hit the, hammer on the nail regarding the details of what's important here. I just don't think that Spirit restructured fast enough. I feel like they waited too long to make some of these, major changes, right? I think that they could have sold those aircraft, even sooner than what they did. And I really feel like, as much as we could, pick on Frontier for not being the best airline out there, they did make some substantial changes immediately to their operation to get back to profitability this past summer. And that was, while their frequencies were inconsistent, they added a bunch of new routes and more frequencies on some markets where they were able to make money. Places like Los Angeles seeing so many new services and, other, reestablishments and, just flying a bunch of frequencies on these large city markets where you could charge a little bit more compared to the previous strategy from them, which was a little bit of that, but mainly more flying to some of these small hub airports that were not quite as, not quite as competitive, and they had to lower the price substantially to gain that, traffic on those. But as of for, Frontier, they did a really good job of the restructure, and I think Spirit just kind of missed the mark. Obviously they have their model and they fly to some unique destinations for ULCC in the United States. That being said, though, they don't have, as much to lean on, and they have so many newer aircraft, and the lease, they got to pay all the leases on that. And then they also had to compete with Frontier when they restructured and made their changes for the new Frontier. Spirit had to adapt to that, and obviously they had to wipe out the fees, having those fees for cancels and changes. That was a huge part of the revenue, and $61 million is really a huge portion of it when you're trying to get out of the bankruptcy era. So yeah, it's definitely interesting regardless of the case. I'll be interested to see what the future looks like for Spirit going forward. Sorry. nose just doesn't want to stop itching. But anyway, yeah, definitely a very interesting time right now for Spirit. We're gonna have to closely follow this. I really hope to see them get out of bankruptcy. I've flown them several times in the last couple of years, and they've done a good job every time. So really enjoyed them as an option. I really hope that they're able to, get past this tough time, because it's certainly tough. There's no doubt about that. But I think that there are reasons to believe that Spirit will be able to get out of this. And the good news is the Chapter 11 what was it? Let me think of what the word was. I'm trying to think of what it was. It was, let me see if I can find it. But it was rearranged. I think that was it. The rearranged bankruptcy. That's good, because they have a plan of how to get back into the profitable land if possible down the road. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens regardless. But definitely want to make this video here to get the news out, and we'll have to continue to follow along. But as of right now, Spirit continues to operate flights right now in this exact moment, thousands of them. So we'll have to see what happens here in the near future. And I'm definitely eager to see what the landscape looks like for Spirit as we continue to move into the future. Not thousands, hundreds. But anyway, regardless of the case, they're definitely operating and continuing to move forward as a carrier. So I'll be eager to see what the restructuring looks like, and I hope each and every one of you are excited to follow along here on my channel. With that being said, that'll do for today's video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is Redriver Aviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust process. Do you love and love what you do. My name is Redriver Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Redriver Aviation is signing off.